Hey everyone, and welcome to another No Man's Sky expedition guide. Today we're gonna cover 5 of the confusing missions. They are not that hard, but they might not make any sense for new players or maybe for some veteran players. So today we're gonna cover 5 of these. Now the first one we're gonna be doing is discover 5 exotic creatures. If you go to the system, and we are right here in Zandrov 8, this system has already one of the planets we have to go to. The planet we're going to is Erdia Gamma, which is an exotic planet, and compared with the other planets, you can also see that the resources are definitely different compared with this one here, the exotic planet. On the exotic planet, you will only find one creature, as you can see right here. One creature is a sign that this is an exotic planet, and the creature will be very strange or weird. So let us jump in the ship and fly over to Erdia Gamma. Another sign that you are on an exotic planet is finding these boundary failures. So if you check here, if you see these, then you are on the good place. And now we can start looking around for one creature, which is right here. Perfect. This is a very weird creature. It doesn't make any sense. This is why it's an exotic. Just scan it. You can see I now found one of the 5 exotic creatures. Let's just keep on selecting them. Alright, let's jump to the next rendezvous, which is rendezvous number 4. And the system is called Loom 4. Now, a quick tip, in case you want to go back to the rendezvous or the planets that you already visited and forgot to add any base computers to the rendezvous points to jump to, then you can use the space stations. So simply select space stations, and here you can see all the space stations that you have been visiting during your expedition. Be aware that these space stations only will show up when you landed in them. The one we are looking for rendezvous 4 is Loom 4. Okay, we are now on rendezvous 4. If we just go and check our menu again and we go to discoveries, you see this is Loom 4, that's the system's name. This is rendezvous 4. And if we go and check, there should be a planet called Ectis, a pillared planet. Once again, you can see only 3 resources, nothing else. And the other ones you can see there's way more information that is showing you what is going on these planets. All right, let's fly to Ectis. Once you are at the surface, you will notice this planet is definitely one of a kind. Once again, well, one of a kind. Maybe not. But is definitely very special compared with what we have seen before. So jump out the ship and look for yourself a little weird creature that is just popping out of the ground here. And there we go. We just found another creature into our list, which shall now be added to the mission of our expedition. The next rendezvous we go for is now rendezvous 5, the final rendezvous. So I'll see you right there. Alright, here we are at the final rendezvous, and good luck because this is already the first planet that will have a exotic creature for you, as you are landed on an exotic planet, which is a hexagonal planet. Now there is already a creature there in the distance, as you could see in the background. Let's see if we can find another one that might be a little bit more visible for you. It looks a little bit like jellyfish jumping out of the ground. This is the creature you're looking for. Just scan it, and there we go. We have now in total 3 species. And if you go to the system, let's go back into the system map. We are now in Epzinx Rakam. This is the 5th rendezvous, and there is more of these. As you can see, we have a sporal planet, and we also have a metallic planet. So let's jump in our ship and fly over to the remaining planets. Alright, we landed on the planet. Now we just need to find the creature, which should be not too hard to find. Go into your analyze visor, see if you can find a red dot. And there we go. And just scan this one here. And that is number 4. We just need to do one more, which is still in the same system. So let's just jump in the ship again and go to the final exotic planet. Alright, let's see what we can find. We are back on an exotic planet. Let's see if we see any creatures around. It always takes, of course, a little bit of time before they render in. There we go. What do we have there? Looks like another energy creature. Just scan it. And that is it. 5 bizarre life forms found on the exotic planets. So now we're gonna go back to Rendezvous 4, where we will be doing all the remaining milestones for this guide. So I will see you again at Rendezvous 4. The system name is Loom 4. Alright, we are now at system Loom 4, which is the 4th rendezvous. This time we're gonna go and fly to New Owl, which is the rendezvous planet and is also the perfect planet to finish quite a lot of missions. So let's fly and go and check out that planet. Alright, so the first mission we want to do on this planet is feed a group of 10 creatures and photograph 10 ground creatures, which is a mission that actually can be done at the same time. So let's just take feed group of creatures, jump out of our ship, and now look at the amount of creatures that are around here. So just go and select your creature palettes and throw them around. As you can see, I already have this mission straight away because there's so many creatures that are around. Then go to your photo mode. For the people that have some issues with the photo milestone, I've noticed that the problem is that you need to take a screenshot from in the game. If I would use, for example, the Steam function or the NVIDIA screenshot function, it will not be registered or recognized by the game. I need to use the button that the game is showing me to make a screenshot. So the same is going to be for console as well. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but there are 2 ways to make a screenshot on your console. So try them both out and see if one of them works. And there we go. I just took a screenshot of 10 creatures. Now, while we're doing this mission for the photo shoot and feeding creatures, I would say collect the poop as well, because this is the ideal moment to collect 50 poop. So just feed them. They will be pooping like hell. So just collect all the poop. It's going to take you maybe 5 minutes, and that is going to be a mission that's done as well. And that's it, guys. The digestive analysis, yeah, well, whatever you call it, it is a shitty job. So the next one we're going to be doing is what Lurks Below. Lurks Below is a mission that is to go and find yourself a deep sea abyssal horror. And this is quite easy to find. This is not in deep water. It is just underwater enough. You can actually find these inland as well sometimes, but you find them very easily on the planet. I dropped a combo nearby if you want to find it, but there's so many combos on this rendezvous point that you might just miss it. Now, what we need to do, we need to go and swim closer, and at a certain moment, it's going to try to pull us in. And at that time, we need to tap the button to release ourselves from that pull. Once you released yourself, the patch should show up on the screen, which means the mission is done. And that's it. That's how you do the abyssal horror. Another one of the milestones that has been very confusing for a lot of our players is how to get 100% trust on your creature. Believe me, I've been there as well. Now, when you start your expedition and you hatch your pet for the first time, it will be at 95% of trust. So the only thing we need to do is we need to raise that 5%. The good thing is that every step you go up is 5%. So you only need to do this one time right and it will gain 100%. What I've figured out so far, and also thank you to Captain Steve for his video, is that it seems that 24 hours have to pass before the next percentage can be gained. While I'm taking this still with a grain of salt, because I've been trying this on several expeditions that I just copied and checked the how it worked. One worked perfectly after 24 hours, the other one did not. What I noticed is that it did work perfectly in the space station, it did not work on the planet. So my advice would be to keep your pet well fed and happy, and do this regularly over the course of your playtime. If you come back the next day, do it again. So while the 24 hours sounds very reasonable, I think it's a very smart idea to just keep on feeding it, and the next day you might be lucky and get your pet on 100%. I would advise to do it on the space station. It has worked for me on the space station, it did not work on the planet. So I'm gonna wish you good luck with this because I cannot guarantee this to work 100%. Let me know in the comments if it worked for you or not. Alright, now the final mission that I want to show you is how to get the 200,000 for a creature. Now as you can see right there, there is a creature that is still not scanned by myself. If I would scan it right now, it will give me just a small amount of units. So I'm just going to scan it and then I'm going to reload my game. This creature gave me 3,000 units, which is nothing. So let me just reload my autosave. So we should have the same creature right there where I reloaded. So let's go and check that out. And we need to install scanner modules. Now the scanner modules are actually a reward you will get from your expedition by both scanning for 10 flying creatures, and then also if you go to the next one, which is right here, discover aquatic creatures, it will give you as well a supreme scanning system upgrade. If you do these, you will get in your inventory 2 of these scanner modules. If you install these scanner modules, you will now see that if you check what it will give you 6,000% plus for fauna and 7,000% for flora. And this one will give me 8,000 for fauna and 7,000% for flora. So this percentage adds now to the value of my scan. So if I now scan that creature now, the value is now 247,000, and that gave me the Discover Creature Word data 200,000 units. And this is how you do this mission. And this is going to be it for me today. I hope that these tips and tricks were helpful for you and got you a little bit closer to that final reward. If you have any more questions or remarks or maybe suggestions, let them know in the comments as well so that we can help each other out and try to finish this expedition as easily as possible. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you liked this video, then press that thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I will see you all next time. This was Beeblebum. Goodbye for now.